Hello everyone and welcome to Past the Post. My name is Michael Adolphs and we're going to get right into the action. We had plenty of it here in the UAE. We kicked things off with what was a marathon card at Meydan, including 9 races. The first stop was the Group 2 Mutani Stakes for the purebred Arabians and the co-feature of the evening. Worth $300,000, this went to Group 1 winner Vizier, making his second start in the UAE and first for trainer Musaba Al-Maheri. Taigo Shea was aboard the son of Manor, who beat out Wasif and Lahab into third.
Tariq slipped a bit more leather here, goes clear by a length and a half. Vizier is on the scene here, though, to challenge the outside. Unleash next, A.A. Lahab is in behind. He's absolutely trotting. He just needs a run. It's Tariq, the leader from Vizier. A.A. Lahab now out with a passage from Unleash. Deeper out was A.A. RX Burn. Vizier hits the lead from Tariq. A.A. Lahab looking for running room. Tariq, the leader. Vizier on the outside, and Nasif pegging away the inside. Nasif comes up the running rail. Took the shortest way home. Nasif coming up to challenge Vizier into the final 100 metres. Vizier fighting back. Vizier goes on to win. A neck on the line takes the Group 2. Nasif brave in second.
The second race of the night was a handicap 75 to 95 worth $190,000 on the grass, and this one went to Silver Sword to give him his second carnival victory for Dylan Kahuna. George Wood was aboard for the victory. Emperor Star was second, El Janob was third.
Inside the 500 they travel, and they wheel the bend here. In the first turf race for season 25-26, Hugh Dream now felt for. Kalidasa tracks up. Cosmic Desert looking for a way out. Silver Sword there. Emperor's Star the widest. Silent Defence next from El Janob. Emperor's Star, though, hits the lead under Billy Lofnan. Goes clear by half a length. Silver Sword now fighting back the inside. Emperor's Star from Silver Sword. El Janob, one east out. And also up on the inside there, travelling late was Motor Derrick. Good go down to the line. Look at Silver Sword throwing the head out when it counts. Silver Sword ahead, a tough win.
And this horse really dug in. He shows a lot of grit, and considering he probably needed the run, that was really good.
Yeah, he was, like I say, on his day, he's brilliant. You just don't know when you're going to get his day. But he ran a very eye-catching race last week, and he had a good week this week, so we were fairly confident he'd run well, but you never overcon with him. Yeah, Silver Sword.
And for you, how does it feel to be here to get the win yourself?
Oh no, I love Dubai. I was here in 2009 with a horse I had called Strategic News, and he won. Ryan Moore actually rode him, and then Silver Sword, our first runner back last year, he won it. Last season he won, and to kick the carnival off again, brilliant. I just want to say well done to Caroline and Claire and Shabir back home. Got a great little team we've got here, and it's our second season together in Dubai. It's brilliant. Yeah.
I know we got handicaps options for him. Is he going to stay in that area?
Yeah, he'll stay on the turf for his next run, and then he'll go back to the dirt for the run in February, just because he's so well handicapped on the dirt now. So there's a lovely race for him on the 13th of February. So that's quite exciting.
Third race of the night was a maiden for 3-year-olds and upward, $160,000 on the line, over 1,200 meters or 6 furlongs. This wide-open affair saw a nice battle between Royal Correspondent and Muzahim throughout the running, with Muzahim getting the better of him for Taigo Shea and Bupat Simar.
Inside the 600 they go here. They're almost approaching the top of the bend, and it's Whitegate who's looking to lead them and make all the running. Royal Correspondent to its outside in second, Muzahim third, Manawish fourth. Few of these copping some serious kickback. Working through the inside is Hidden Secret running on along with Split the Profit. Whitegate the leader, length 3/4 of a length to a length in front of Royal Correspondent. Muzahim picking up late. Whitegate's all out up in front. Royal Correspondent now with a good task in putting it down there. Muzahim, Royal Correspondent from Muzahim, who's heading back there with every stride. Muzahim coming right over the top here, and Muzahim's going to go on and win. Muzahim half a length to Royal Correspondent. Manawish has held on to third.
Muzahim looked good beforehand. He's a horse that I know Bupat was hoping would run well this evening. But you had to, looking at his last run, I know it was on short rest. Were you confident tonight he could overcome that last run?
You know, from his last run, you're right about the last run. I think we brought him back a little bit quick. He ran well in Jebel Ali, but he doesn't seem like a Jebel Ali horse. We gave him 27 days since his last race now, so he needed that. He thrived, and I think he trained really well on this track.
Yeah, he popped out of the gates here. You had to have some confidence after that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it stays a bit further as well. So, we wanted to be handy, but there was plenty of cheap speed in the race. So we were just going to sit behind him and try give him a good ride.
You probably have a few options after this, just to sort of look at the program after this. Anything you look at?
Not quite yet. He just won his maiden. He's had 3 starts before this. So we'll go back, have a look. He's not a very big horse, so I think he needs some time between races.
Bhupat Siamar was back at it in the 4th race, a maiden for 2-year-olds, 165,000 online. This one on the grass over 7 furlongs, the first 2-year-old grass race of the season. This one went to Blue Point's Colts Power for Power, beating out big favorite Do or Do Not into 2nd, and Zambezi from the Czech Republic checking in 3rd.
State Glory down the side, who leads the way here by half a length to Zoltan in 2nd. She's good 3rd. Do or Do Not is in 4th position. Watch Collector 5th, 3 wide. 4 wide, Start Me Up. He's doing double time out there. Then came Brinch, followed by Power for Power, Zumbezi and Kurdistan Storm looking for an inside passage home as they wheel the bend. And up in front it is State Glory who leads the way here. A length and a half in advance of Zoltan. Do or Do Not gets out here. Oh, Start Me Up. George Wood nearly hit the deck there. And he's almost taken the horse out of the race, unfortunately. Do or Do Not. Here comes Power for Power, who's going to storm over the top of Do or Do Not. Do or Do Not's got a fight on his hands. Power for Power. Do or Do Not trying ever so hard with every stride, but Power for Power checked at the gates. It didn't matter. 3/4 from Do or Do Not. Zumbezi 3rd.
Power for Power was ridden by Sylvester de Souza.
Really nice turn of foot he's got there.
He does, I fell and, he has a rubber bit on and probably be a better horse with a bit more severe bit on him. He travelled strong and I felt the race didn't go measure fast early on, but he got a quality, he's got a turn of foot, his first run in UAE, he's only get off the ship, and I do like him.
You got to convince Tag to stay off him so you can get back on it.
Yeah, I hope the connection, could leave me on and whatever when I don't have anything for Jebel Ali stable, and I love to ride him again.
Bhupat made it 3 in a row in the 5th race of the evening, the 8200 250,000 dirham 1600 meter handicap. This one saw Zan Vort, a 3-year-old, beat out Gun Carriage and Royal Favour.
Zan Vort out by a length and a half. Royal Favour now comes off his heels and starts to improve into the race with Magic Petition, who's already under vigorous riding. Gun Carriage out deeper, tracking along well enough despite being wide the trip so far. Homebrew next from Crown Estate. Galactic Stars drop back sharply. He'll run last at this rate. Nugul passes him. Street Mood, Genelat Bright second to last. Galactic Star last. Into the straight, Zan Vort. A length and a half, still has a similar margin as 200 metres ago to Royal Favour, who can't offer anything more. Gun Carriage next. Zan Vort still in front here for Richard Mullen. A length and a half to 2 lengths to Royal Favour and Gun Carriage, who continue to peg away. Zan Vort into the final 100 metres, getting vulnerable. Gun Carriage, Royal Favour trying hard. Zan Vort wanting to lay out. He'll do enough. Zan Vort, he's laying right out at the line. Zan Vort goes on the margin a length at the line from Gun Carriage, Royal Favour.
Zan Vort was ridden by Richard Mullen.
It looked on the backside, you were like, not so fast, guys. You guys aren't slowing it down. You let your horse stride out there.
I wasn't in much control, to be honest with you, Mikey. Look, he's a horse that does hang right, and the lad said that to me. And I was just down the back. I was kind of sitting 2 back, and I just thought, I'm in no man's land here. If I can just get to the rail, I'm in a bit of a battle with him down the back. And I thought, one of them that I just thought, he's moving all right, and there's no reason why he should hang. I thought if he just gets the rail, he has something to eyeball. He might just keep straight for as long as I can keep him straight. But obviously when he hit the turn and into the home straight, he just started to lug out, and there's no reason behind it. I've no idea, but
still got it done.
Yeah, I mean, he had momentum and he was going forward, and it's obviously a hard thing to do. But when you can, I remember listening to the great Kieran Fallon, and he always said to me when he won on Night of Thunder in the Guineas, when a horse is going forward, don't break his momentum. So luckily for me, there was no one coming down my outside, because that's always the first concern, is that, if you're going to go that way, there's no one there, because obviously safety is paramount. But a willing partner, and like I say, he galloped out strong past the line, and it was probably the first time I've needed an outrider to pull me up. So yeah, but I think it was more that he was just hanging out to the rail.
A handicap for 85 to 105 rated 3-year-olds and upward, where 300,000 was next. This one over 1,200 meters. It saw Drew's Gold return to form in a big way, winning by nearly 7 lengths, drawing off and dominating this race under Tygo Shea for Triple R Racing. Echo Point was second in his 3rd race in 3 weeks, while Straight and Level ran well to be 3rd under Antonio Fresu. It was the 4th race in a row win for Bhupat Seymour and Zabil Stables and his 7th in 2 weeks at Meydan.
Maryatel eventually finds the top here as we expected. 1.5 lengths to Straight and Level. Echo Point 3 wide and 3rd. Dapper Valley up on the inside with Desperate Hero, Drew's Gold. And Assad Zabil heads up the rest. The rest of these are going to have to run the race of their life to win. Maryatel burning the dirt here up in front. 1 length now to Echo Point, Straight and Level. Dapper Valley up in behind it as well. He's getting a nice dirt debut, chewing plenty of dirt. Drew's Gold though. Drew's Gold, he's been wide the trip and he's sent straight to the front here. Drew's Gold finding lengths and lengths. This isn't the Drew's Gold we saw in the Golden Shaheen. He's burning away 6 from Echo Point, Straight and Level. Maryatel can do no more. Welcome back to the winner's circle. Drew's Gold, impressive. 6 lengths, maybe 7 from Echo Point, Straight and Level. 4th over Assad Zabil, couldn't get into the race.
Tygo Shea gets it done, 3rd race, 3rd win from 6 starts, for 6 runs today. This horse has been in the yard for just a bit. Just thought your thoughts on him today. He really kicked on.
Yeah, listen, Mikey, Drew barrier 12. He's a horse with a lot of back class in the States. He was a proper stakes horse. He used to miss it last year in his runs. He jumped very well tonight. Barrier 12 probably helped me because, I was able to leave him alone out there and just get in a nice rhythm and wait till we straightened up. And look, the back class was there, as I said, and he showed a real good kick down the stretch.
The 7th race of the evening was a handicap 75 to 95 rated thoroughbreds, 190,000 online over the straight 6 furlong turf course. This well-matched field was indeed a nail-biter down to the line as Jotard for Michael Costa and his Highness Sheikh Ahmed got the victory under Ray Dawson. The son of Shamardal beat out Right Here Right Now and Hassim back into 3rd.
Marker Cole works through to the lead at the 700 metres. The margin 3/4. Columnist 2nd from Rasas and Vespasian. Then came Yatara at R. Shibley. Maiden Mexico's getting closer, the former Australian. Next was Right There Right Now. On the way, Billy Webster. And best of the rest there was Hassim starting to work through. Plenty of chances. Columnist hits the lead here from Yatarid. Then came Marker Cole dropping away. Right There Right Now getting warm and getting really warm. Yatarid hits the lead here by a length, but not for long. Here's Right There Right Now. Right There Right Now comes to the outside of Yatarid, who's game to fight back. Right There Right Now, Yatarid. Good go to the line. Photo finish. Maybe Yatarid.
Yatard had carry top weight in here, and he's a horse that finally get a chance to actually run on the grass, Michael. You had to be impressed by the way he handled it, but also handled the pressure late in the run.
Yeah, it was. He was a horse that we actually didn't train the first year we got him, and then nursed him back and kept him to Jebel Ali. It was a bit of a soft give in the track there, and he just kept continuing to improve. And even though he hadn't done as much this year, we thought he'd get away with it on the turf, and he's a pretty special horse.
And your horses here, especially, when you do bring them over for this flat 6 furlongs, they're training on the uphill there, so you know that they're going to finish out like you did.
Yeah, exactly. And look, you can get away with a little bit more on the turf, can't you? So I think that's exactly right. He's got the uphill straight form, so that transpired tonight, and another good ride by Ray.
He wins at top weight. Does he think about stakes company at this point?
We'll keep chipping away. His handicap's probably in the realm of things now, so there's a lot up the sleeve tonight, so yeah, that'll be the next step.
The second 2-year-old race of the evening was a conditions affair over 1,600 metres or a mile, and saw the return of Godolphin's Charlie Appleby trained Devon Island, a son of Practical Joke who is highly regarded. He beat Brotherly Love last time, and he beat him again this time as they finished 1-2 once more. Naeem was third. James Doyle was aboard once again for the victory.
Pace has been genuine enough here, and they're starting to really press along up in front. Tail Gunner Joe up on the outside. Rashwan, Devon Island plotting a path off the fence and gets his run for the Doiler. Up in behind there was Kaido. Then came up on the inside Tai-Hung Pegasus from Don Palicano. It's Devon Island though. Devon Island found lengths very quickly there. Puts it to bed. 2 or 3 lengths from Rashwan, Tail Gunner Joe, Naeem and Brotherly Love from the back. But penalty or no penalty, Devon Island is going to come away here. He's a nice horse on the rise, and Devon Island goes on to win once again. 3.5, Brotherly Love. He got closer this time around. He's going to peg away start by start.
Here with James Doyle. The second verse, same as the first. Got a little more kickback this time with Devon Island. Do you feel like he learned anything differently this time?
Yeah, absolutely. It was a good learning curve for him. Obviously, like you mentioned there, getting a bit of sand. He didn't get truckloads of sand in his face. Like, I'm pretty clean, but he got enough. So I thought it was a good learning curve. The plan was obviously to jump positive. We know he's got a high cruising speed. But if a couple did cross us, we were more than happy to take a lead, just so he learnt that bit more.
And I noticed he didn't change lead starting for home. You kind of asked him a little bit, but he didn't do it for the second time. Do you worry about that as he stretches out at all? Because he does extend himself a little bit when you ask him, but he doesn't switch the legs.
No, he's very, very raw in that regard. Like, it was hard work to try and get him to switch, and at which point he wants to run down to the rail. He's just a big baby, so the guys need to get on his case in the mornings just to really straighten him up a bit in that regard.
And the last race of the evening was the second division of that 1,800-meter turf handicap, 75 to 95, 190,000 on the line. This one saw Wathnon Racing's Native American get it right, beating out Shadwell's Lanakash and Godolphin's Mothcomb, the big favorite. The Son of Sioux Nation was ridden by James Doyle for Hamid Al-Jahani.
Poster Paint leads them down the side here, 1.5 lengths to Sisyphean. Then came on the inside, getting a good run, DeLorean, Native American 3 wide. In behind them was Marcoon. He's had almost the run of the race as well from Fiction Maker, Lanakash the rail. Next was Tarfrige on a wide move around them. Mothcomb tracking outwards now to the centre of the course from Don Vaccaro, Olympic Candle. Then came a Hester Barrow. Poster Paint up in front, but he's got company now. Native American working through the inside. DeLorean, Mothcomb down the centre of the course along with Lanakash. It's DeLorean from Native American. Mothcomb trying to get there, but I don't think he will at the moment. Native American and DeLorean giving a sight from the front here as they come to the post. Mothcomb late is trying with a dive. Native American the middle in a 4-way go.
We go to Jebel Ali on Saturday, up the hill for 7 races. The first race, the Porsche Cup and 0 to 85 UAE bred purebred Arabian race, 50,000 on the line over the straight 1200. This one saw a 1-2 finish for Khalid Khalifa Al Nabuda and Ernst Ertel. Muhem beat out Marmouk in the process. Marcelino Rodriguez got the win.
Yatwad seems to have a full head of steam as he makes his way up the rise here. 2 lengths in advance of Muhem. Then came over on the far side Marmouk, who's also close enough and starts to take the lead here. It's up in front Muhem from Yatwad. Then came Marmouk the far side. Maestro coming away. Yatwad drops away now. And it's Muhem who hits the lead here from Marmouk. It's Ernst Ortel 1 and 2 here. Yatwad 3rd and up into 4th position. Maestro coming away though Muhem. Muhem's going to come away to win this comfortably. 4 to 5 lengths on the line from Marmouk. It's an Ernst Ortel forecast. Yatwad 3rd over, Maestro 4th.
This is, a horse that had some form over the course and just finally seemed to get his legs back today.
Yeah, no, I've been disappointed in his last couple of runs, and I thought I'd bring him back here where he's won before. I thought distance a bit shorter, but then when I saw he was close enough, I knew he'd stay on. So I was like lightly confident, but the horses haven't been running great. So we've been in a bit of a slump, but we took some bloods and they weren't all great. So hopefully this is we're turning around and we can pick some winners up.
The second race and first for the thoroughbreds was a maiden for 3-year-olds and upwards, worth 72 grand and over 7 furlongs. This one saw Munya make his first start in the States and win dominantly under Antonio Frazio for Shadwell and Musab Al-Mahari. Mahoub was back in second, and Casino Bay was third.
Casino Bay under pressure here now. Munya to the centre of the course. Marwoob also works up strongly. Check there, comes off heels now of the international market favourite as Munya hits the lead in the bottom of the hill and he says bye-bye. Munya coming up the hill here, 2 or 3 lengths ahead of Marwoob, who's running up along with Casino Bay. Then came next to him running there Wild Hurricane, followed by Vocalizer. It's Munya the leader from Marwoob, who comes into a clear second position, but it's all over. Munya coming away by 6 or 7 lengths. The USA form spot on, and that's a nice start for him. Shadwell go on to take the second by 4.5. Marwoob second over. Third was Casino Bay.
Third race of the afternoon was a 0 to 75 rated thoroughbred affair, 80,000 on that straight 6 furlongs. This one saw Shadwell get its second win in a row of the day. This one with John Hyde trained Mutani. Danny Tudhope was in the saddle on the 75 rated sort. Dukedom was second, Gallant Blade third.
Inside the 800 metres they travel, and they're into the second half of the event here. And up in front, taking over the lead now, is Silent Speech. Up into second in the centre of the course here is his stablemate in Gallant Blade. Trip to Rome working up the rail. National Interest now starting to work through the centre with Mutani. Then came Arabian Angel, followed by Nile Power. Taking over the lead here is Dukedom. Dukedom comes to the lead from Mutani in second with a full head of steam. Arabian Angel dropping away now. National Interest with Trip to Rome. Gallant Blade, Nile Power next. It's up in front, Dukedom, who goes to the lead here with Mutani, and these two go to battle. Mutani, though, fighting over on the far side rail. Mutani looking to go back-to-back here for Shadwell on the day, and Mutani does it a half. Dukedom second over.
It's 2 on the bounce for Mutani, John. This is a horse that he's proven he's pretty versatile on the surfaces, and he's pretty tough as well.
He's very tough, yeah. Danny just said that. He said that when he got up sides, he stuck the ears back and didn't want to get beaten, which is a fantastic sign. And carrying 62 for a small horse up this hill is another good thing, you know. He's probably versatile in that. We'll definitely have to try him on the grass. And even in Meydan, the dirt over there, he didn't seem to dislike it, so... Look, fingers crossed, we're happy, and we'll start pushing him in a few different directions and looking for the best opportunities.
Michael Costa got his second win of the weekend in the 70 to 95 rated thoroughbred affair worth 100,000 over the 1,200 meters, the Emirates Airline Cup. This co-feature, race 4, saw Atwal beat out Cats by 5 and Indicate. The final margin of victory was a length and a half, with Sylvester de Sousa getting the victory in the saddle.
Indicate the leader here by a length and a half to 2 lengths. Major Cinnamon second from Gurani, and Atwell finds the fence. Next in running there was Border Edge in the green distinguishing cap from its stable companion Flammer Sunshine. Then came Cats by 5, and Lafferty still sits last of all. Indicate as they get to the bottom of the rise is the initial leader here and has led them since the gates opened. Gurani second, Atwell now peers off to make chase. Then came Major Cinnamon, Cats by 5 working into the race also with Border Edge, and also out wider Lafferty. It's Indicate the leader. Atwell now starting to find some legs here from Cats by 5, Gurani. Atwell now has got Indicate in his sights, and Atwell takes over the lead here. Atwell from Cats by 5 and Indicate. Atwell does it. Atwell goes on to get Michael Costa a return winner. A length and 3/4 from Cats by 5.
Sylvester de Sousa here on his home base track gets it done with Atwell. This is a horse that he's got a bit of grit to him. He fights hard.
Yes, absolutely, and he got beat by a good horse a couple of weeks ago, and it's nice to see him come back and justify his second place, and stepping up in trip was help him. Yeah. And he had a kind race, went nice through the gears, and he delivered nice.
Yeah, it seems he has faced some tough horses in the past few races, and he's really come on from it.
Absolutely, he come down to his own grade, and I just hope he can improve from there.
Next up, we had the co-feature. This was the Alawir Stakes Handicap 0 to 85 rated thoroughbreds over 1,600 meters around that tight 2-bog quarter. Diamond Dealer went straight to the front under Tygo Shea for Bupat Seymour and never looked back, winning by a length over Inspired Idea and XL Power. The winner is owned by the famous Athba stud of Saudi Arabia.
Diamond Dealer past the 800 metres leads ahead. Now a neck to Monford, who travels along okay. Inspired Idea still well held together. Moonshiner shaken along. Devoir's Choice the inside, can't go with the gallop. In behind was Gold Spur, Excel Power and Rabat. Diamond Dealer still on the bridle. A neck away, Monford travels just as well. Inspired Idea, the first of the main three to really issue a challenge and start to show some labouring. Devoir's Choice the inside continues up with it. Diamond Dealer the leader. Monford has to lift. Diamond Dealer from Monford, Inspired Idea and Devoir's Choice. Diamond Dealer getting away from them. Diamond Dealer coming up the hill here, still about 4 lengths in advance of Monford. Then came Inspired Idea, Excel Power getting home. It's Devoir. It's going to be Diamond Dealer to go on and win.
When he was out there kind of on his own making the pace, did you have some confidence that he would be able to do that?
Yeah, he carried top weight. Last time we got stuck in a pocket, and just, he won his maiden impressive. But I guess he might not have learnt much, because he was so far in front. And then last time he got stuck in a pocket and he wasn't probably brave enough to go through it. A plan was to, get him out there and ride him like the best horse, and he did.
And then when you kind of analyze this race, post, you think about, is he a need the lead type, or is he a horse that just needs to be in his own rhythm?
No, you know what? I think if he was drawn out, he would be better. But, because he got stuck in a pocket on the rail last time, just didn't get any run and he was fourth. But he's a horse, like I said, who gets further. He's quite a talented horse. Bought him from Fraser Tipton. And he's half brother to a Group 1 winner.
The sixth race of the afternoon up the hill, the penultimate one, is the 75 to 100 rated thoroughbred affair, 120,000 on the line, 1,950 meters. This one saw Secret Manor, who broke his maiden on this course last February, return to form nicely in his return to the races this season. He beat Al Ride by almost 2 lengths. Mount Kosciuszko was third.
Delaney comes up and contests Secret Manor, who still travels along strong enough. Al Raed continuing to look for that inside passage, hasn't opened up the gates yet. Then came La Resh, inside peels up now for Al Raed to work through. Prince Ruse is next from Warhawk, who travels up, potentially the strongest of them all here. Still on the bridle, Warhawk out wider as Secret Manor gives a kick from Al Raed. Warhawk, La Resh, Prince Ruse and Mount Kosciuszko going on. Secret Manor's giving some sight here up in front. Secret Manor from El Raed, Warhawk, Mount Kosciuszko, Secret Manor still going. Secret Manor continues on with it, leads from gate to wire, some win. Secret Manor all the way.
Andrew Slattery takes it out with Secret Manor here in the 1950s, the horse that almost bowls along like a stayer out there, and he really took advantage of how much he does stay.
Yeah, look, he's a lovely, big, long striding horse, and we got it quite nice. There was no real pressure on. First run of the season, he was good and brave, and he's won well.
And going through the race, were you expecting a little more pressure than you had? Because he seemed to be pretty freely running out there.
Yeah, look, as I said early on, when Antonio rolled down with me and he took back, we were both happy to take a sit. So, it's always nice when that happens, and we never got too much pressure from our outsides to keep going forward. So, no, it's comfortable.
And it seems his second time he's coming up the hill here, he's even better this time. It seemed like he took to the bend, really. It's not an easy corner to take. And then when he got to the straight, it just seemed that he just got stronger and stronger as he went on.
Yeah, look, as you said, Taboo Corner is not simple and takes plenty of getting used to. Won his maiden here last year over 1,800, and I would say probably a much more mature horse this year and much more street smart. But no, he's a lovely horse.
Are you surprised after 300 plus days that he was able to do that?
Look, it's the man I'm working for.
The seventh race and the final of the afternoon was the Huzaifa Cup. This was a volume incentive race, 1,950 meters as well. A maiden for 3-year-olds and upward, this one saw another Shadwell firster from the US ship over to the UAE and win in their initial race. Amjad beat out Political Truth and Run with the Cash, winning by a widening 5 lengths. Doug Watson got the victory.
Velvet Cactus and Amjad, they still lead convincingly. 3 lengths in advance of Wafite, Comet Chaser. Trying to make ground down the centre of the course is Political Truth. State of Desire is unfortunately dropping away now. Amjad and Velvet Cactus go to battle. Amjad winning the war at the moment. 1.5 lengths now in advance of Velvet Cactus, running on from the back here. Political Truth and Fayad and Run with the Cash coming home with the wet sail, but it's all Amjad. Amjad's going to come away for a nice win here. 3 for Shadwell on the day. 4 lengths to Political Truth.
Amjad in his first run here in the UAE as a ship-in from the Shadwell US team comes over to Doug Watson, gets it done. Not easy for to do the 1950 in a first-up race.
Yeah, I think he wants that trip badly, and I think we had him in last week over a mile and he drew horrible, so we just decided to drop out of that one and come here and try to win one. We didn't really want to go 1950 the first time, but it worked out well.
He really stays. You could see in his rhythm there that he was just bowling along.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, he said he didn't have a whole lot of control over him. I think he was fresh and well and wanted to go there. New track, turning right-handed. But I think it's great for Sheikha Hissa. I think 2 of the ones she sent over from America had come over from America, one today, which is great. He's a real nice horse. He's a beauty, actually, and beautiful horse. And maybe there's more to come,
Now we head over to the capital for 7 races on that right-handed grass course. First up, we have the Majestic Desert Classic. This was a 0 to 105 rated purebred Arabian affair, 66,000 on the line, the first of 5 purebred Arabian races, followed by 2 thoroughbreds. RB Yasser for Sheikh Khalifa got it done over Rod Mubarak and Fifra El Mari. The winner was trained by Ernst Hertel, ridden by Alejandro da Silva.
As they swing the bend into the straight here, Fifra El Mori asked for. RB Yasser up on the outside presents here with Al Grain. Rad Lembarak next from Solmio El Mori. It's RB Yasser who takes over the lead here. RB Yasser from Fifra El Mori. Rad Lembarak now starting to lengthen. RB Yasser from on the inside. Fifra El Mori. Rad Lembarak too late. RB Yasser is going to go on and win it. RB Yasser 2 lengths to Rad Lembarak. Third over was Fifra El Mori from El Grain.
Second race of the evening was a maiden for 3-year-old fillies. This one saw ES Kanuria win nicely for Sandra Paver and Ibrahim Asil.
Leader who they have to chase here, ES Korea, who comes clear for Sandro Piver as they head into the straight, and the margin is about 8 lengths here. To up on the outside, Jap Hatana, who's been beaten off here. This is some performance. Some performance indeed. ES Korea coming away here for Ibrahim Asil and Sandro Piver. Getting a little tired on the line late, but she's better than this company. 6 lengths on the line from Bashir.
The third race of the afternoon, a Rising Champion Colt Stakes over 1,600 meters, saw Yas Racing's Shaddad AW beat out Jap Kanan and ES Daman. The winner was ridden by Jules Mobian for Eric Martinel.
Jap Kanana spent force up in front, still with the lead only just here from ES Daman and Shaddad AW, who continue on down the outside here to try and reel in the leader. Shaddad AW looking the one here to really threaten Jap Kanan as they come into the final stages of the race. Jap Kanan, Shaddad AW over the top. Shaddad AW goes on to win. Second over was Jap Kanan.
The Legacy Challenge came up next, a 0-290 rated UAE bred purebred Arabia Fair, 66 on the line, over 1,600 meters, and Amoto Wasim did not disappoint by a length and a quarter over AF Minute and Jab Abaya.
As they come into the straight, El Motawasim now takes over the lead. Jap up on the inside, Jap Abaya giving a nice kick. AF Minute also sticking on. It's El Motawasim getting tied up in front. AF Minute kicking on here big time. It's El Motawasim from AF Minute. El Motawasim. El Motawasim a length and a half. AF Minute second.
The final purebred Arabian race of the afternoon was the Wafa Stallions Cup for private owners over 1,600 meters, a 0-75 rated affair for 70,000. This one saw Barja beat out ES Hadid and Al Sanad by the slimmest of margins. The winner was ridden by Aliyah Attar for Khalifa Aniadi.
It's Barja who comes up to the outside of Rafiq, and these two pair away at the moment. Continuing on with it, ES Hadid through the inside along with Sincerely. Then came deeper out on the course here was Hakuma. Up in front, Barja. Barja the one to chase. ES Hadid here now getting down to work on the inside. And El Sanad from a long way back. It's El Sanad up on the outside getting it to Barja and ES Hadid. They come to the line. Photo. Maybe ES Hadid, not sure.
The first thoroughbred race was the Champions Quest Maiden for 3-year-olds and upward, all looking for their first victory over 1,600 meters. Original Outlaw for Doug Watson looked like a winner at the top of the lane, but got reeled in late by Chrono King, who won going away under Bernardo Pinheiro. He carried the famous silks of His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed for Salam bin Gader.
It's Original Outlaw hanging around the turn, a little rough there was Volcanic Rock. Original Outlaw's been able to skip away slightly here. The margin a length and a half. Balancing up again here is Volcanic Rock, but he's pedaling up and down in the one spot here, getting good, making good ground. Down wider is Chrono King with Chef de Party. It's Chrono King who's come all the way from last. Chrono King's going to come away to win this comfortably. Chrono King from Original Outlaw, Chef de Party Pantani.
And the last race of the week was probably the most dramatic, the Victory Lap Handicap. At the top of the lane, it looked like any of 7 horses could win this race, and flying through in between was Dark Om. Making his first start in the UAE from Musab Al-Mahari, Antonio Fresu in his last ride of this holiday stay in the UAE got a victory to go out a winner. Jungle Mac was second, Royal Officer third.
They wheel the bend here. Pace has been hot, but they have to reel in the leader. Action Point hit the running rail there as he turned. He almost came through the inside running rail. He's still got a length and a half clear of Zapata. Sarum running on here. Jamira Bay and Royal Officer down the outside with Jungle Mac and Camden. It's Action Point. Action Point. Good finish here. Look at Darkham coming through. Darkham right over the top. Darkham splits the eye of a needle and goes on to win.
Now let's look at the standings here in the UAE to wind up things. Among the owners, Yas Racing has a lead with 1 victory this week, 15 overall. His Highness Sheikh Ahmed has 10 with 2 this week. His Highness Sheikh Hamdan has 5 with 1 this week. Shadwell has 5, adding 3 this week. And tied with them is Al Laith Racing, also with 5. It's a dramatic shift in the trainer standings as Bufat Seymour got 6 victories this week and Musaba Al-Mahari got 3, and they are tied with 16 at the top. Ibrahim Al-Hajami has 13, Michael Costa 10, and Eric Lamartinel 8. Among the jockeys, Sylvester de Sousa extended his lead with 2 victories this week, now has 16. His fellow Brazilian countryman, Bernardo Pinheiro, is second with 1 victory this week, and now at 14 total. Ty Gaucher has 13, Richie Mellon has 13, and Ray Dawson has 13. Ty Gaucher got 5 victories this week to fly into the top 5. Now let's look at what's coming up this week. We have December 18th, Al-Ain, December 19th, Meydan for Festive Friday, and last but not least, in the capital, December 20th, Abu Dhabi. We thank you for tuning in and hope to see you here next week on Past the Post. My name is Michael Adelson. May all your photo finishes be winning ones.